Levine dives to the inside, the brakes and gets by Tracy. Listen to the crowd.
They absolutely went berserk. Tracy's on the curb, he breaks the front wing.
Tracy and Levine make contact. Tracy nearly gets into Wilson.
Levine has a puncture, I believe.
Tracy's run Allmendinger off the road. Paul Tracy at the center of controversy yet again. He's been shown the black flag. He's going to have to take a drive-through penalty. Here's what happened as he got bumped there with Rodolfo Levine. Winglet came off the 3-car, and then Tracy turned to the left and ran A.J. Allmendinger out of racetrack. Champ Car's Vice President of Operations, Tony Kottman, with us on the headset from downstairs. Tony, thanks for taking a moment. You've penalized Tracy. What's the call?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate after he drove himself all the way from the back and got to the front, but to me it's pretty blatant, and he just tried running the 10-car right off the track, and that's pretty clear.
So you've assessed him a drive-through with the black flag, and here he comes down pit road.
Yes, that's exactly right.
So he's got to observe the speed limits, in and out, and he'll lose a lot of track position here, but there's a long way to go in the race.
There's a heck of a long way to go in the race, and if Paul keeps his head about him, I think things will come back around his way.
Tony, was this a discussion or was this black and white in your book?
I definitely reviewed it because that's our policy. We definitely review before we make a decision like that, and but it was pretty clear once I reviewed it.
PT's an idiot, you know. I hate to agree with Sebastian on anything, but I might have to agree with him on this one. You know, he's the dirtiest driver out here. You know, he messed up. He ran into Rodolfo, and he just drove me straight into the grass to hold me off, you know. And I don't know if that did anything to my race. I don't know if I could have got Justin, but, you know, all from there on, I was just having to chase him down. And, you know, the Bridgestone tires were great, but, you know, if you ran them too hard, you were going to abuse them. And I just had to run too hard to try to get around him, to try to catch Justin. And from then on, it was just a catching game.
He probably has a right to be. I blocked him pretty hard, and you know, it was a shame what happened because I was faster than Rodolfo. I was catching him 2 seconds a lap, and you know, I got by him on this restart, and then he dive bombed me. We touched. He got a flat. It screwed my exit up, and AJ was coming, and I said, "Shit, I'm not letting him go by." And I blocked him hard, so you know, I ended up getting a penalty. You know, probably I deserved the penalty, and you know, we had to come from the back twice. So you know, we had the fastest car out there. It just didn't have any luck today.
Here's how this happened. Watch it out of turn 4. These guys are a little bit side by side. And then watch the 20 car come down and dive beneath the 44 in 1.
Yeah, it looked pretty intense. Looked like he tried to do much turning down in there.
Now, previously, there had already been some contact. That's what we're talking about a half a lap before up there coming out of the corner.
Joey's laying it too, Allmendinger.
Pretty aggressive rookie there, Logano. At the age of 19, he's in the middle, and on the inside, Allmendinger getting him now from behind.
Okay, here's what happened final lap. Casey, and Allmendinger put a big block on him, and that's what it was. He put and man, once you get in that grass, you're done.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a hit, man.
Wow.
That was a hit.
That was a hard hit. The 16 and the 5 just drove into the side of the 9, had no place to go. The Martin and Biffle took the hard hits right there. And then you see 24 come into it.
I had a big run on AJ in the 77, and as I come across the track, he just starts left, and I'm like in the grass at that point. So there's like I couldn't turn back against it. You know, once somebody shoots to the left like that and blocks you, but we had a pretty good Budweiser Ford. Definitely a bad way to end the day, but we had a good race prior to that.
A.J. Allmendinger, driver of the number 43 car, also had a very frustrating night at Daytona as well. Take a look at the 43 going sliding through the infield and hitting the inside retaining wall. And guys, as we take a look at him and the King apparently getting into it. Now, A.J. says it's all water under the bridge, but that's all frustration. That's all competitive drive.
Yeah, it really is. You know, anytime a driver knocked out of a race with a car that he knows is a great race car, and that happened to A.J. in February, it happened to him again in July, he gets very upset, and he doesn't want to be talked to at that point. And another thing, Johnny, don't ever touch a driver. One of the things that the safety crews are told when the driver gets out of the car, keep your hands off of him, because we just don't want to be touched at that moment. And the King was just trying to communicate, or his old friend of mine used to say, communicate a little bit with A.J. A.J. didn't want to hear it. But
Bush a lap down right behind race leader A.J. Allmendinger coming into the inner loop. Got into the back of the Best Buy Ford, shoved Allmendinger through the inside of the inner loop. Then Dinger slid across the track, went wide and all fours.
Allmendinger was Sam's between Boris Sabb, who was tail end of the lead lap, and Kurt Busch, who's a lap down. He was in a no-win situation right there.
I'm going to go plus that 22 in his. It's all right. We're going to yell because I'm going to put that 22 so far up in the wall. It's going to be unbelievable.
And here's that battle for the overall lead between the two Daytona prototypes, Alan McNish and A.J. Allmendinger.
Pruitt might get his wish because I guarantee you A.J. is hot. If I was a team manager, I might make him even hotter and tell him what the other guys said about him right about now.
After banging doors.
Still there, mate.
But I could just tell by some of the way the inputs. I mean, I know AJ, but just you can tell by the way.
Oh, there it is. Boy, touching.
And again, he's hot.
On the banking.
Still there.
Boy.
Yeah.
As they used to say, the first time is happenstance, the second time is coincidence, the third time it's enemy action. It is on here in Daytona.
Not my best effort. It's a great effort from my guys and Randall Burnett and everybody trying to work on a different strategy. I cost us down pit road. The Gibbs cars were pretty strong. You know, at the time, Carl and Kyle were really quick, but I thought we had an easy top 3 car there and sped down pit road and then spent the rest of the day trying to fight back and was digging hard on that last lap. And, you know, Kyle, I got a good run on him going in the last corner. He defended, which he should have, and I tried to cut back under him, and the 78 was starting to spin, so he was lower than I expected, and by that point I was committed and tried to check up, and I spun Kyle out. So I mean, I'm upset with myself about that. You know, I can't thank everybody at Kroger and Kingsford, all of our partners, but he should be mad. Saying sorry is not going to help, and he put a great effort in. I was happy. I was having fun racing with him, and I just cost him a good finish and over 4th place. I don't want to race like that, and I'm upset with myself, and I know his team should be pretty mad at me right now.